Yeah, hello there, and welcome back my fellow pixelers, and welcome back to another Minecraft pixel tutorial build on Zora from the Water Walk. And today we're going to be doing part 22. So on today's part we're going to be doing the final sword, and there should be either one or two more parts after this, depending on how long it takes. Now with that being said, let's get into today's blocks. So there'll be a list on the screen so you can pause the video at any time to grab all those blocks that are going to be needed. So for today's blocks we're going to be using yellow terracotta, white concrete powder, light grey wool, light grey concrete, snow, sponge, blue terracotta, grey concrete, packed ice, and light blue terracotta. And there we go. So once you've paused the video and grabbed all those blocks of that list, well, the first area that we're going to be going off to today's part, which is the final sword, we're going to be flying all the way to the right of the sword and starting off with the handle once again. So for this area we're going to be using our yellow terracotta and our terracotta. And here we go. So to make things nice and easy, we're going to start with our terracotta first. So with our terracotta, we're going to fly all the way to this line right here where we got two sticking up to the right. So in the middle of the sword, we got this middle line going across here. We also got this middle line right here. We're going to fly all the way to the right of this middle line with the two sticking up to the right. Once you're flying over to here with our terracotta, we're going to place 4 going to the right from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there we go. Should have connected right to the end right there, just like so. Once you've done this, then I'm going to fly all the way to the left corner right here. So again, still in line with the terracotta and everything, just flying all the way to the left to this left corner on the other side. Once you've flown to this left corner with our terracotta, we're going to place 1 going to the left from here, and then we're going to do another left diagonal. And there we go. As you can see, it should be looking like that right there. So we're literally done with the terracotta right there. So terracotta is going to go all underneath. So we're going to take out our yellow terracotta, and with our yellow terracotta, once again, we're just going to mark out on top. So just mark out this area just like so. And there we go. So yellow terracotta is going to go all up here, and also going to go in these 2 gaps here. So we can fill these in as well. And there you go. So as you can see, it goes in there as well. And then terracotta is going underneath here and underneath here. Once you've done this, we're going to move over to the next side. So this side right here. So once you move to this area, we're going to be using our white concrete powder, our light grey wool, and our light grey concrete. To make things nice and easy, we're going to take out our light grey wool first. And as you can see, this line in the middle right here, that's got like a couple just ones sticking underneath. We're going to be flying all the way to the right to this 1 gap right here on this line. So flying to this one sticking to the right. Once you've flown to here with our light grey wool, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal from here, just like so. And there you go. Once you're in that bottom right diagonal, we're then going to take out our white concrete powder, and we're going to place 1 white concrete powder on top of the bottom right diagonal, just like so. Here we go. So for the explaining. So white concrete powder is going to go all above in these areas, obviously not in this gap right here, but all on the outside and in these 1 gaps here, there's also white concrete powder, and white concrete powder is going to go all inside there. And then underneath, in this section down below, light grey wool is going all down here. So we just mark out a bottom line. Just like so. And then there we go. And then we take out our white concrete powder. We're just going to mark all the way down the bottom line again to the right. And there you go. The build should be looking like that so far. So again, light grey wool is going all up here, up here, up here. And our white concrete powder is going to go all up in these sections here. And then for all these little gaps here, so these gaps that are coming down off the black concrete, these gaps are all going to be filled in with our light grey concrete. So I'm going to fill all these areas in. So we got this one. We got that 4 gap there as well. And then we got that 5 gap there, I believe it's 5. And we got this weird looking one here. There we go. And then we got this 2 here. And there we go. So that's all the areas with our light grey concrete filled in right there. So once you've done this, we're then going to zoom out and fly all the way to the left to the next area. So this area right here. So obviously the teeth and mouth's kind of here as well. So this underneath part right here, this is going to be filled in with our white concrete powder. So we might as well fill all of this in. And there you go. Should be looking like that right there. So that's part of the sword. And then this area above it, we're going to take out our snow. And snow is going to be filled all in inside this area right here. So we're just going to mark out our snow. Just like so. And we pretty much filled all of it in now, but there we go. Just filled all of it. And there you go. So that area should be looking like that right there. And then once you've done this, we're then going to fly over to the left hand side to the final part of this kind of handle here. So once again, exactly the same as the other side. So inside this section here, where it's capped off by this line, so down to the right from here, light grey wool is going to go all inside here. So we just mark this out first. And there we go. And as you can see, light grey wool is going to go all inside there. And then if we fly to the next sector above with our white concrete powder, all on the outside, it's going to be marked out. So we'll just do the bottom line again. And then inside that gap, once again with our light grey concrete, we're just going to fill it in. And there you go. And also this upright diagonal here is our white concrete powder, as you can see. And then flying over to the left to these two sections right here. So on to the handle. So for the handle, we're going to be using sponge and terracotta. Now pay no attention to the left, and that's just the sword, which we're getting to marking out later on. It's already marked out basically because I had to redo this area due to a bit of mistakes I'd made. Basically I used the wrong block once again. Instead of sponge I used yellow terracotta, which again, apologies for that thing, but it doesn't matter too much because you haven't made any mistakes. It's just on my end of things, so I have to redo this. Again, it's quite hard recording when you're ill, but I'm still doing it anyway because why not? Now with all that being said, onto the handle. So the first part 2 areas of the handle. So this underneath section right here is going to be filled in with our terracotta. So let's mark this out in here. And then this section above the terracotta is going to be sponge. So with our sponge, we're just going to mark this out. And there we go. So moving on to the next section to the left right here, we're going to be using our sponge and terracotta again. So to make things as easy as possible in this area, we're going to fly all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to fly all the way down to this terracotta, as you can see right here. So we've got this small little terracotta section going to the left right here that's shaded in for the body, and so we're going to be flying to this one black concrete line at the bottom right here. And so we're going to be flying all the way to the right to the line where it connects to this black concrete line right here. So in line with this line, we're going to fly all the way to here. And with our sponge, we're going to place 3 going to right from here. So 1, 2, and 3, just like so. Once you place 3 sponge, you're going to right. Take out your terracotta and place 1 underneath the 3rd one. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals. So 1 and 2. And there you go. So terracotta is going to go all underneath here, and sponge is going to go all up. So we're just going to mark the sponge out on those 2 bottom left diagonals we did with the terracotta. And then there you go. And you might as well fill up 1 gap as well. So, terracotta all underneath here, sponge going all up here. And then moving on to the left, to this part of the handle, to make things nice and easy for us, we're going to do exactly the same as we did there. So as you can see, this middle line of the sword, so the black concrete line, again, pay no attention to the shaded area. The black concrete line, middle part right here, we're going to fly all the way to the right from here, to go to the black concrete line right here, as you can see. And with our sponge, we're going to place 2 going to the right from here. So 1 and 2. From that second one that we place to the right, taking out our terracotta, we're going to place 1 underneath the second one, and then we're going to do a bottom left diagonal. And there you go. So, terracotta is going to go all underneath here, and then sponge is going to go all up and above. So taking our sponge, we're just going to mark out top of that 1 bottom left diagonal terracotta, and then there you go. So, nice and simple right there. So again, apologies for the mistake on the end of things, but you don't have to worry, because it's only me that made the mistake, and not you. Now with all that being said, let's actually move on to the blade itself, into the empty blade, and then you'll be marking it out so it looks like this. So without further ado, let's cut to that part. So for the blade, we're going to be using our blue terracotta, our grey concrete, also going to need our snow, and also going to need to take out our packed ice and our light blue terracotta. Let's just grab all these blocks out here, and there we go. So to start with the easiest area first, we're going to start off with our blue terracotta and our grey concrete, which is the line above here, which this line is actually really easy. So first of all, to start us off, we're going to fly all the way to the right corner right here on the bottom line, and with our blue terracotta, we'll just place 1 in that right corner, just like so. And then once you place this one to the right here, we're going to go all the way to the left from here. So just go all the way to the left until you hit the black concrete, just like so. Once you hit the black concrete, we're then going to place 1 on top of the blue terracotta, and then we're going to go all the way to the left again until we hit the black concrete. And there you go. Once you've done this, once again, we're going to place 1 on top of the blue terracotta, and then go all the way to the left again until you hit the black concrete. And we're just going to repeat this step until we get all the way to the end. So again, one on top, all the way to the left to hit the black concrete. And there you go, we've hit the end right there. And once you hit the end with our grey concrete, we're just going to fill in the rest with the grey concrete. It was exactly the same pattern, but it's just going down this time instead of up. And there we go. We do this all the way till we hit the end, just like so. I think it's close to the end. I think we've got one more to go down. Yep, there we go. And now we have, okay, now we have hit the end. There we go. That was a bit of a struggle, but we've hit the end. So there's the top part, and now on to the more annoying part, you could say. But without further ado, let's start off with these blocks. So for this area, we're going to be using our light blue terracotta, our snow, and our packed ice. And first of all, we're going to start off with our packed ice. So for the area that we're going to be going off with our packed ice, we're going to be flying all the way to the right, on the right hand side once again. And we're going to be starting off with this one bottom left diagonal of the terracotta right here. So as you can see, this bottom left diagonal, we've got these two. We're going from the very bottom one that's connected to the black concrete right here. And we're just flying to the left of it. And we're just going to place one packed ice going to the left for now, just like so. So we should be looking like that right there. Once you've done that, we're now going to fly back to that packed ice. And then there we go. So once you place this one packed ice going to the left from here, we're then going to place another 13 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Once you place 13 going to the left right here, we're then going to take out our light blue terracotta. Well, light blue terracotta, we're going to place one going to the left of the packed ice, and just like so. Then we're going to do an upright diagonal from here. And from this upright diagonal, take out your packed ice. I'm just going to place one to the right. So as you can see, packed ice is going to go all the way to the right here. And then once you've done this, we're then going to fly back to the first light blue terracotta, where we place going to the left of the 13, which is 14 in total right there, of the packed ice. And taking out our light blue terracotta again, once you're flown back to here, we're then going to place one going to the left from here. From this one that we place to the left, we're going to take out our packed ice, and we're going to place one underneath. And then we're going to fly back up by one, so back up to the light blue terracotta, and we're then going to place 8 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and there we go. And then once you place 8 to the left, we're then going to take out our packed ice, and we're going to place one packed ice going to the left, the light blue terracotta, just like so. Once you've done this, we're then going to do 2 upright diagonals, so 1 and 2. And from the second upright diagonal, taking out our light blue terracotta, we're going to place one underneath, just like so. So you can see a light blue terracotta is going to go all the way to the right here. And then we've got a bit of marking out doing here, but we'll come back to these areas underneath for the marking later on. We're just going to mark the top layer first. So once we've done this, we're then going to fly all the way back to that first packed ice that we just placed to the left, or this light blue terracotta right here. So basically where we just placed 8 going to the left from. Taking out our packed ice again from this packed ice, we're then going to place 4 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like so. Once you've done this, we're then going to take out our light blue terracotta, and we're going to place 1 going to the left, the 4 packed ice that we just placed going to the left. So we should be looking like this so far. And once you've done this, we're going to do 2 upright diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. And there we go. Once you've done this, we're then going to take out our packed ice, and we're going to place 1 to the right, and then we're going to do a bottom left diagonal. And there we go. So you can see packed ice is going to go all inside this section right here. Once again, we're going to fly all the way back to the light blue terracotta. So the first one they placed to the left of that 4 packed ice right there. And taking out our light blue terracotta again. We're then going to place 1 going to the left from here, just like so. Once you place this one to the left, take out your packed ice, and we're going to place 1 underneath here. And then we're going to fly it back up by 1, so back up to this light blue terracotta in the corner. And we're going to take out our light blue terracotta again, and then we're going to place 72 going to the left from here. So we got a lot to count right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70. And finally but not least, 71 and 72. And there we go. So there we go. Once you replace 72 going to the left from here, we're then going to do an up left diagonal from here. Just like so. And there we go. And then from this up left diagonal, we're then going to place 20 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Once you place 20 going to the left from here, we're then going to take out our packed dice. And with our packed dice, we're then going to place 1 to the left right from here. From this one that we place to the left, we're then going to do 3 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3. And as you can see, that third upright diagonal should have connected to the right of this second black concrete line on the bottom going up from the top. So this is like the top line going to the left right here from the bottom one, and then that's like the second one. And basically that just means we've done that 72 right there correctly and all the rest correctly counting along. So it just makes things nice and easy, so you don't have to count that 72 if you haven't done that already. And then once you have done this, packed dice, we're going to take out our light blue terracotta, and we're going to place 1 underneath the third upright diagonal on the packed dice, and then we're going to do bottom left diagonal. And there you go. So as you can see, light blue terracotta is going to go all inside that section right there. And flying all the way to the left, back to the first packed dice that we placed going to the left of all this light blue terracotta. We're going to take out our packed dice again, and we're then going to place 8 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Once you place 8 going to the left, take out your light blue terracotta, and we're going to place 1 going to the left from here. From this one that we just placed to the left, we're then going to do 3 upright diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3, just like so. Once you place these 3 upright diagonals, then we're going to take out our packed dice, and we're going to place 1 to the right, the third upright diagonal, and then we're going to do 2 bottom left diagonals. So 1 and 2. And there you go. So packed dice is going to go on the side here, and flying all the way back down to the end, so to this light blue terracotta right here. So the first one they place to the left of all this packed dice going to the left right here. And once you've flown to here, taking out our light blue terracotta, we're going to place 1 going to the left from here. And there we go. From this one that we place to the left, we're going to take out our packed dice, and we're going to place 1 underneath. From this one that we placed underneath, we're then going to fly up by 1, so back up to this left corner right here of the light blue terracotta. And we're going to take out our light blue terracotta again. And with our light blue terracotta, we're going to place 3 going to the left. So 1, 2, and 3. Once you place 3 going to the left, we're going to take out our packed dice. And with our packed dice, we're then going to place 1 going to the left of the 3. Just like so. And then we're going to do 3 right diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3. Just like so. We're then going to take out our light blue terracotta. With our light blue terracotta, we're going to place 1 to the right of the third upright diagonal. And then we're going to do 2 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. Just like so. So then, once you've done this, we're then going to fly all the way down to the first packed dice that we placed going to the left, all this light blue terracotta right here. Once again, taking out our packed dice, we're then going to place another 3 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, and 3, and just like so. And we're going to take out our light blue terracotta, and we're going to place 1 to the left, the 3 that we just placed to the left. And then we're going to do 3 upright diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3, and there we go. From this third upright diagonal, taking out our packed dice, we're then going to place 1 going to the right from here, and then we're going to do 2 bottom left diagonals, so 1 and 2. So again, as you can see, packed dice on one side here, light blue terracotta on one side here, packed dice on one side here, and again, light blue terracotta going all the way to the left there. Once again, we're going to fly all the way down to that light blue terracotta, the first one that we placed going to the left, the packed dice right here, that 3 packed dice. And taking out our light blue terracotta again, we're going to place 1 going to the left from here, and then we're going to take out our packed dice, and we're going to place 1 underneath, and then we're going to fly back up by 1, so back up to this light blue terracotta, and we're then going to place 15 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, and there you go. That 15th one should have connected and be in line with the black concrete, just like so. So once you place 15 going to the left, we're then going to place 3 going up from here. So 1, 2 and 3, and there you go. You should have connected to the black concrete from the very end, and if you have, that means you've done everything correctly so far. So light blue terracotta is going to go all inside here. Once you've done this, we're then going to zoom out. So as you can see, we've already really done the first half, as we placed a lot of packed ice underneath, and we also have to mark out the snow underneath all of that. So we're going to fly all the way over back to the right, and we're going to fly over to the first packed ice that we placed going underneath the light blue terracotta right here. So we're going to fly all the way to these packed ice, and we're going to do all these sections right here. So once you fall into this one packed ice that we first placed underneath the light blue terracotta, we're going to start off by doing a bottom left diagonal from here, just like so. And from this bottom left diagonal, we're going to place 9 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. For this 9th one that we place to the left, we're going to do an upright diagonal. And there you go. As you can see, that upright diagonal should connect in an upright diagonal kind of direction to the 2 light blue terracotta right there. And also there is the first packed ice that we placed going to the left, it connects underneath just like so. So packed ice is going to go all underneath here. So as you can see, we're going to pretty much repeat the same pattern right here. So to make things quite easy and simple for us, we're going to basically repeat this pattern, but we're going to do it a lot easier so we don't have to count. So if we just fly to the left, you see this one packed ice right here to the left. We're going to do a bottom left diagonal from here. And once you've done that bottom left diagonal, we're then going to zoom out, and we're then going to fly all the way over to the left, the light blue terracotta. So we're going to go to the end of the light blue terracotta. And there you go. So we're back at the end to this point right here, as you can see. Once you're flying back to the end right here, we're going to take out our packed ice. And with our packed ice, we're then going to do a bottom left diagonal from here. From this bottom left diagonal, we're then going to place 1 going to the left. And then we're going to fly into the right by 1. So back to this one right here. And we're then going to place 1 underneath from here. And then there we go. For this one that we just placed underneath, we're then going to place it all the way to the right. And there we go. As you can see, we hit the packed ice just like so. So you want to go all the way to the right until you hit the packed ice. The reason why we're not counting this is because we've already done everything correctly going up here. So there's no need to count this, and it saves up a lot more time, and it makes things a lot easier than counting like another 72 going to the left here. So we're going to fly all the way back down to the left. As you can see, we place this one packed ice going to the left from here, but we're going to ignore this, and we're going to fly back to the light blue terracotta, so back onto this line now, and we're going to fly all the way to the left from here, till we hit the end of the light blue terracotta, so right to here. Once you've flown right to here, with our packed ice, we're going to do 2 bottom left diagonals from this one light blue terracotta sticking out to the left right here. So 1 and 2, just like so. From the second bottom left diagonal, we're then going to place all the way to the right with our packed ice. It should connect to the one sticking out to the left right there. And there you go. As you can see, we've done that right there. So again, packed ice is going all inside these sectors going up here. And then we're going to fly all the way down to the next line. So as you can see, this one packed ice going underneath right here. We're going to do a bottom left diagonal from that one. And then we're going to zoom out. And we're going to fly to the light blue terracotta line above. Fly all the way to the left to the one sticking out on the end right here. And with our packed ice, do 2 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. Once again, from the second bottom left diagonal, we're going to go all the way to the right until you hit the packed ice, just like so. Which is only 3 to the right there, but, you know, it still makes things quicker. Now, with that note being said, we're going to fly to the next packed ice going underneath, so to this one right here, as you can see. And we're then going to do a bottom left diagonal from here. And from this bottom left diagonal, we're going to go all the way into the left until we're in line with the light blue terracotta. So just make sure you don't go too far, as we have no way to go and stop us from going, just like so. And once you've gone all the way to the end right here, we're then going to place 1 packed ice going up from here, and you should connect to the light blue terracotta, just like so. So packed ice is going all on the side here, and all side there. So we're going to fly all the way back to the right, and over for the final marking out, which is quite nice and simple. We're going to take out our snow, And with our snow, we're just going to mark underneath all the packed ice going underneath here. So we're going to mark underneath right here. Then we're going to go down this point here. So you should be looking like that so far where you mark out. And then once again, just going to go all inside this gap as well. So it's literally going underneath all the packed ice. And also the light blue terracotta, because as you can see, you've got that one gap right there as well. But that's what it should be looking like, and we're literally just going to do that all the way to the end. So let's mark out the rest of the snow. I think it's quite nice and simple. So this was actually a lot nicer than the other swords, just because we didn't have to do as many up left diagonals, which it definitely is more counting this way, as if we do have to count 72 and all. But again, I think it makes things a lot easier and a lot more simpler. Once again though, I do recommend doing exactly the same though with the second sword that we do. We do want to fill in the packed ice first, just to make things a bit less confusing. Now it's not too confusing in parts like there, but the part underneath the light blue terracotta would be easier filling in the packed ice first. And there we go. As you can see, we put the snow all the way to the end as well. So again, as I said before, I recommend filling in the packed ice first, or at least do the snow first, as that's the most simplest and easiest. And then do the packed ice, but make sure the light blue terracotta is last. Can't stress enough how it would be a lot easier to make that last and fill in the packed ice first. Just making things simpler, just like so, like that. Could save you a lot of time from making mistakes, and again, it means you don't have to come back to this video to find out where you made your mistake or went wrong. And with all that being said, well, that is the end of shading everything in. So a lot shorter than the other parts, and again, a lot easier and simpler. So a quick reminder of all the areas that we need to fill in before we get into filling it all in. So light blue terracotta is going to go up and inside here. Snow is going to go all underneath down here. And our packed ice is going to go all inside here like we just filled here. And packed ice inside there. Light blue terracotta inside there. Snow going all underneath. Packed ice inside there. Packed ice is going all underneath here and all the way down to the right. The same with the light blue terracotta. All inside here. All the way to the right. And then the snow going underneath right here. Packed ice up here. Packed ice underneath here. Light blue terracotta up here. Snow underneath here. And packed ice up here. Again, I do recommend filling in the packed ice first, or at least the snow, but make sure the light blue terracotta is last and the packed ice is at least first or second. Now, with that being said, on to the handle. So as you can see, terracotta underneath, sponge going up here, which this is the correct version as you can see, and sponge is all going up here as well. Terracotta underneath here, sponge in here, terracotta inside that section, the light grey wool all the way in here. White concrete powder all in the outside of the rest because we've already filled in the light grey concrete. And then flying over to the right, as you can see, we've already filled in all the snow and the white concrete powder all underneath as well. And all the bottom down here is going to be all light grey wool all the way till we hit the bottom right diagonal that we did over there. White concrete powder is going to be all on the rest of the sword above, as we've already filled in all the light grey concrete just like so. So it's just white concrete powder and all the rest. And then finally over to this section, the yellow terracotta is going up here, the yellow terracotta is going up there, terracotta underneath here, and terracotta underneath there. So with that note being said, we're just going to zoom out now. So, without further ado, we're going to cut to the shading again. So if you want to pause the video right now and see the end result for yourself, then pause the video right now. And then for those that want a reference to make sure that everything is correct and looks exactly the same as me, and you don't go wrong, then you can pause the video right now. And there we go, as you can see we filled in all of the sword. So all of the yellow terracotta has been filled in the right hand side above all those areas meant to be filled in. The terracotta has all been filled underneath. And as you can see, we're already filled in the light grey concrete. That's what the light grey concrete should be. And all the light grey walls been filled underneath. And all the white concrete powder has been filled all on top as well. Then moving over to the left. Again, as you can see, we already filled in the mouth with all the snow filled in. And the white concrete powder underneath that area. And then flying over to the left of that. As you can see, we filled in all the white concrete powder and all on the rest of the outside, the light grey concrete inside, and the light grey wall all underneath. As you can see, we've also filled in the handle in the correct version, which I described in this version. As you can see, all sponge has been filled in going above in all those areas that was meant to be above, and all terracotta has been underneath in all those areas it's meant to go underneath. And then flying over to the sword in itself. So again, as you can see, all the blue terracotta is going up to the left, and then goes up by one and all the way to the left, all the way to the end, and exactly the same with the grey concrete as well. And then with the blade, as you can see, we filled in all the snow underneath, and all the ice going up, and then all the light blue terracotta going up. So the sword should be looking like this throughout the entire build. So we're just going to go all the way to the left, so you can pause the video at any time while I'm going through here, for those areas I need to get to. and there's the end of the sword. Now with that all being said, let's zoom out and see the final result of all 3 swords complete now. And there you go, you can see the full sword in the frame right there. And I must say the 3rd sword definitely is my personal favourite out of all the swords that we have done. And again, feel free to let me know down below in the comments which one is your favourite sword out of all 3. And with that note being said, in the next part, we'll either be finishing off this build, or there will at least be one more part. It really depends on how much time, so I don't know how much it will take. It shouldn't be actually too much for the shading, considering that there isn't really much eye detail, as it is a smaller eye build for this, and you don't really need too much detail in the eye, because it's actually got a scar as well. So with all that being said, it's either going to be 1 or 2 more final parts, probably 1 maybe for the face, 1 for the hair, or it's all in 1. So with all that being said, if you enjoyed this build so far, feel free to go and hit that like button. It really does help out the channel a lot. It helps get that video out there. And also make sure to go and subscribe as well. Get us closer to that 500 sub goal, because once we hit 500 subs, I will be introducing how I'm going to be actually doing suggestions like properly. I haven't really done a video on how I'm going to be doing suggestions properly really yet. And I'm waiting till I really hit 500 subs when I can actually really do them properly, which I'll be utilising the method that everyone can engage with. Now, with all that being said, I'll see you in the next one. So peace out, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.